I started using meth when I was 13, after I got kicked out of school for alcohol.
I turned to drugs specifically to kill the pain because there's not a night that goes by that I don't cry myself to sleep.
The drug dogs were in the parking lot that day from the police, and I got arrested on my 17th birthday.
We need help, and I hope we all work together and can find a way, instead of just locking us away, finding us help.
My name is Jo, and I started with Northern Arizona Restorative Justice about 12 years ago. And I, as a parent, was very concerned with kids that were coming into contact with the legal system and felt like there needed to be an alternative to that, where a situation where kids could learn to take responsibility for their actions, learn that they're part of a community.
How that works right now? Could you give me a demonstration?
Yes.
My name is Dustin, and I'm a board member for Northern Arizona Restorative Justice. My passion behind restorative justice is the difference between the traditional justice system and restorative justice. In traditional justice, we just look at the crime and we look at the law that was broke and how we can punish the person who committed that crime. And in restorative justice, we look at the person who was hurt and how that harm that was caused can be repaired.
My name is Barry. So what brought me to Restorative Practices, I had a young high school friend, family friend, who shoplifted. And this opportunity was offered to her family as a diversion for her to not have to go through the judicial system. And they asked me if I would be a community member on her case. And I immediately saw the value of it in a family that was incredibly important to me personally.
A restorative circle is a group of people who come together to agree, to look at things that are challenging to look at, but to do so with the goal in mind of reaching a resolution together, of holding this sacred space for people to be genuine and raw. One of the things that I think is most unique about restorative justice is that there's no shaming and no blaming.
They learned that they were part of a community and that what they did affected more than just themselves. It affected their families and their communities. We've been very, very happy because we have an 88% success rate. Our kids don't reoffend once they've gone through these circles. As a result of this, we've been invited into the Camp Verde jail to do restorative circles there with the inmates, and it's been very successful. It's one of the most requested programs in the jail.
I want to express my gratitude for you guys being here. This is voluntary. If there's any one particular one anybody wants to start with, we can start there.
I was 40 years old before I discovered that it was something missing in my life.
We put on these masks and we act like we're somebody. We put on a persona and a facade, but we're really fragile.
I know it's definitely helped me a lot since I've been in here, is to kind of just open up and let everybody know what's on my mind, and a lot of us can relate to each other too.
I'm real fortunate to be in this circle and this herd with you guys right now.
You know, it's one thing to recognize that you hurt somebody. How do you repair that?
It was hard. And I told him, look, this is what happened. I was on drugs, this is what happened, and I want to apologize to you for that. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I want to do my part to tell you that I'm sorry. And that dude gave me a hug. He gave me a hug and said, it's okay. And I offered to pay him back everything. It was very powerful for me to be forgiven by something that I did so wrong. So there's tons of hope for me, man. For me to forgive myself for the things that I've done to get here, it was a huge step in the right direction.
I've been thinking the whole time I was in here, I want to do something to give back.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I've felt like maybe I'm worthy of
being somewhere other than prison.
Being in a circle together outside of here is what you're talking about. It's a surrogate family. That's what saved my life, is a surrogate family. My felon family was oftentimes there for me in ways that my real family never could have been for.
The opportunity we've had to change people's lives has been remarkable. Families change. Relationships within families change. Kids become better students. When we deal with the incarcerated community, the response that they have in front of judges has been different. Judges have asked, what's going on in your county jail that we have inmates that are now taking responsibility for their actions in a way that has never been recorded before. And when judges are reaching back and saying, what's going on in jail that your inmates want to repair the harm that they've done, it's dialogue that traditional courts don't hear on a regular basis. So the opportunity to produce a full-length feature documentary, to have greater impact on people that are outside of our community by using the documentary in schools, police departments, jails, for detention officers to see the opportunity that is created by inmates taking responsibility for their actions is an opportunity that we can't miss. And in order to do that, we need to raise finances. We need money. And I'm asking for help.
I think we all fall short sometimes. I need other people just to help us, to hold us up.
I think the biggest thing in my experience is just teaching them that they can be loved no matter what they have in their past. You know what I mean? And that things can change.
You guys coming in here and doing this for us, I don't know what it means to anybody else, but to me, it just shows that people care.
To repair the harm that you've done to yourself, and self-identification of harm is very difficult, but once you've identified that, to repair that harm, then to move on to repair the harm to your family and your community is what heals a society.